Hi all. So in this session we are going to discuss on genres and types of academic writing. Genres and types of academic writing. Here some points are to be remembered. The first point is the genres of academic writing include essays, research papers, case study, literature review, project report, proposals, and dissertation or thesis. An academic essay is written to answer a question or to defend an argument or opinion on a topic with supporting evidence. A research paper provides detailed information on a topic through different sections like literature review, methodology, discussion, and conclusion. The most popular documentation style in subjects under humanities, MLA, that is Modern Language Association style. Whereas in social sciences, research scholars usually follow APA, American Psychology Association style. The word case and case study refers to an individual situation. A review of literature attempts to look at previous writings with a critical eye, often finding out the methodological and other shortcomings of a work reviewed. The words dissertation and thesis are often used interchangeably to refer to the mandatory final projects in certain academic programs. There are different approaches to academic writing. They are expository, then descriptive, persuasive, analytical, critical or evaluative, and narrative or reflective. So these are the points to be remembered while we discuss the genres of academic writing, genres and types of academic writing. Okay. So the first thing I would like to discuss with you is the different genres in academic writing and their distinctive uses. The genres of academic writing include essays, research papers, book review, textual analysis, literature review, project report, proposals, dissertation or thesis, and case study. Most academies use essays to assess students' progress. Okay, and academic essays written to answer a question or to defend an argument or opinion on a topic supporting evidence. So, what essays mainly do is that it is a tool to assess the student's knowledge or the student's progress in institutions. An academic essay is written to answer a question or to defend an argument or opinion on a topic supporting evidence. So, it might be an academic essay might be an answer to a question or to defend an argument or opinion on a topic supporting evidence. Okay. Now, a research paper provides detailed information on a topic through different sections like literature review, methodology, discussion, and conclusion. So, a research paper, what research paper provides means it gives detailed information on a topic through different sections. So, it has many sections like literature review, methodology, discussion, and conclusion. That is what a research paper deals with. Now, coming to a proposal is what you present to explain objectives, purpose, methodology, and detailed plan for a proposal. So, a proposal is what means it gives some objectives to a certain kind of work we are about to do, then the purpose of that particular thing we are about to do, then how to progress or the methodology how to do that particular kind of thing, and detailed plan for a proposal. That is what a proposal is meant by. So we have discussed an academic essay, then we have discussed a research paper means what, then we have discussed a proposal. Now coming to a literature review. Literature review is the summary of relevant previous writings on the topic under discussion. So that literature review means we will take a particular writer's works, important works, and just we'll read that work, we'll critically analyze that work, and then we'll write a review on that particular work. Or we will take a subject from that particular work and we'll give a review. The main purpose of review of literature as an academic writing activity is to display your knowledge of the subject. So the main purpose of review of literature as an academic writing activity is to know how much we are thorough with that particular subject or how much knowledge we have gained in that particular topic. That's why we mainly use use those kind of writing, that is the uh, literature review. Okay. Now coming to dissertation and thesis or thesis. This dissertation or thesis are often used as interchangeably to refer to the mandatory final projects in certain academic projects. Okay, so it is certainly the final projects we use in our colleges during graduation or post graduation, or then while we do our research. All these, the final paper is called dissertational thesis. Now, coming to case study is widely used in social science and science subjects like medicine. Case study is widely used in social science and science subjects like medicine. So, the next thing I would like to discuss here is what are the features of case study. Okay, case study is widely used in social science and science subjects like medicine. We have already said it. The main skills involved in case study are problem solving. So, case study, we have said in the beginning that case means a particular situation. So there is a problem with that particular situation, isn't it? So first thing we do means we study the problem solving. So the main skills involved in case study are problem solving, critical thinking, and writing. Okay. The main skills which are involved in case study are problem solving skill should be there. Then the critical thinking skill should be there, and also writing. So case study uses a method of analyzing sample cases. It can be real or imaginary crisis or hypothetical situations to demonstrate how they are handled or resolved. So it can also be the hypothetical situation to demonstrate or to study for further use. Okay. And the steps involved in writing the case study include describing the situation. First, we have to describe that particular situation or describe that particular case. Then we have to identify the issues to be resolved. So first we will analyze or we'll study the situation. We'll describe the situation. Then we will point out the particular problem which exists in that situation. Then analyzing the case using theories and approaches. Then we'll analyze the situation correctly, and then we'll give relevant suggestions or recommendations to sort out the problem existing in that situation. That is what meant by case study. So we know that case study is usually used in social science and science subjects like medicine and all. And there should be mainly three skills which should be involved in case study. That is, a problem solving skill should be there, a critical thinking skill should be there, and also writing should be there. Then the things we should keep in mind while we do a case study is that first we need to describe the situation, we need to describe the case. Then the second thing, we need to identify that particular problem which exists there. Then the third, it is analyzing the case. And the fourth, which one is to give suggestions or relevant recommendations to sort out that problem. These are the things which are included in case study. Okay, now coming to the how to differentiate between a thesis and a dissertation. So how can we differentiate between a thesis and this dissertation? Dissertation or thesis are often used as interchangeably to refer to the mandatory final projects in certain academic projects. We have already said that it is the final projects in our academic institutions. We refer this dissertation or thesis to the final projects in our academic institutions, isn't it? But in the universities of United States, the thesis is the final project of master's degree. That is, thesis is considered as the final project in master's degree in United States, and dissertation is considered as the final project in doctoral degree. Okay, thesis is considered as final project in master's degree, and dissertation is considered as final project in doctoral degree in United States. Now coming to United Kingdom, it is the reverse. Okay, thesis is considered as the uh, doctoral degree, and then the dissertation is considered as uh, considered for a master's degree. That is what in United Kingdom. The reverse happens. So the structures followed in both is similar, although there are differences in the number of pages. The structures followed in dissertation or thesis is similar, but they vary in page numbers. A doctoral thesis or dissertation is usually lengthier compared to a master's project. Dissertation or thesis are reports of research work carried out by scholars. Now I am going to analyze the objectives of literature review. What are the objectives of literature review? So literature review is the summary of relevant previous writings on the topic under discussion. The main objective of review of literature is as an academic writing activity is to display your knowledge of the subject. Another objective of reviewing authors' works is to establish the distinctiveness of your work and sometimes to justify the gap existing in the subject. So literature review means I have already said that a particular literature is taken and we read that particular literature and then we analyze it. We analyze it and we write up a review for that particular literature. So it is a summary of relevant previous writings on the topics under discussion. And it might not be the whole literature. Sometimes it is the particular subject on that literature which we take to review it. Okay. The main objective of review of literature as an academic writing activity is to display your knowledge of the subject. And the purpose of this reviewing is to understand how much knowledge we have gained on that particular subject. Another objective of reviewing authors' works is to establish the distinctiveness of your work. That means maybe the reviewing a part, what we does might be a little more impressive than the original text. So, or we can give a uniqueness in our reviewing style that might create a very new impression uh, with regard to the original literature. So, it first thing is that to access to know how much knowledge we have acquired from that particular subject. The second thing is that it's to establish the distinctness of your work and sometimes to justify the gap existing in the subject. Now we have to discuss about the various approaches to academic writing. There are certain approaches in academic writing. They are expository, descriptive, persuasive, analytical, critical or evaluative, and narrative or reflective. The key features of explanatory approach is to explain, inform, define, or describe a subject. From the term itself, we can understand explanatory approach is to explain, inform, define, or describe a subject. In descriptive approach, the writer uses visual words and description. Descriptive, we describe a particular thing when we see a thing, and then we after seeing a thing, we usually describe that particular thing. So what is the key feature of descriptive approach? The writer uses visual words and descriptions. Okay. Now, persuasive approach aims to convince readers to accept the writer's point of view. That is what persuasive approach means. That means the writer convinces the readers to accept a writer's point of view or accept the writer's point of view. Next, it is analytical approach, mainly contains elements of exposition, persuasion, and description. Analytical approach mainly contains elements of exposition, persuasion, and description. Now, critical or evaluative approach aims at evaluating the merits of an existing work and provides alternatives. Critical or evaluation, that is what it is happening in that particular approach. They criticize, they evaluate, and also they give merits or demerits of that particular works or alternatives. In narrative or reflective approach, the writer presents a story, personal experience, and ideas through narration. That is what meant by the that is what is about the approaches in academic writing. Now coming to this one, that is rhetorical modes and their uses. Rhetorical modes and their uses. So the first rhetorical mode is narration. Narration, the key function of narration is recounting events. The key function of narration is recounting events. Next, it is description. Description is to describe, portray people, things, and places. First is narration to recounting events. Description is to describe or portray people, things, and places. Then the third one is illustration or exemplification. Explaining with illustrations or examples is what? Illustration or exemplification. Then division and classification. That is to explain categories and parts. That is what division and classification. The rhetorical mode, process analysis. Key function is that to explain how something works and to show how something can be done. Now, comparison and contrast is to show similarities and differences. Next, it is cause and effect to explain using reasons and results. The definition to explain what you mean by something. Then argumentation and persuasion to make claims and substantiate them convincingly. That is what argumentation and persuasion. So these are the rhetorical modes and their key functions. So next one is The popular style guides in use presently. In use the present day. Okay, so the popular style guides in use present day. The most popular style guide in subjects under humanities is MLA, that is Modern Language Association style. The most popular style guide in subjects under humanities is MLA, that is Modern Language Association style. Modern Language Association style. Whereas in social sciences, research scholars usually follow APA, that is American Psychological Association. American Psychological Association. Chicago Manual of Style is another style guide in use. Some institutions, including universities like Oxford, Cambridge, and Harvard, insist on following their own style for scholars writing for their publications. So, mainly under subjects such as humanities, we use MLA style, that is Modern Language Association style, and other. Whereas in social sciences, research scholars usually follow the APA, that is American Psychological Association style. Okay. Now, we have to discuss briefly on the sections in a social science dissertation. What all is included in a social science dissertation? So the first thing which is included in a social science dissertation is the title page. The title page. Then the abstract. Title page, abstract, introduction, review of literature, methodology, results, discussion of findings, and references of bibliography. So the first thing we everyone know that it is the title page which is included in the dissertation. Then there is an abstract. Abstract is there. Then introduction, review of literature, methodology, results, discussion of findings, and references or bibliography. So these are what included in a social science dissertation. So once again, I will repeat, the title page is the first thing that is there. Then abstract is there, introduction, review of literature, then methodology, results, discussion of findings, and reference or bibliography. Introduction part invites the attention of the reader towards the topic. Okay, in introduction part uh, acquires the attention of the reader towards the topic. Now, background information on the topic may be given in this paragraph. Review of literature is to understand how other students and scholars approach your topic. So, introduction part is to just to give to know is uh, what this topic is all about. That is what the introduction part deals with, and how the writer can attain the reader's attention. Then the next one, background information on the topic may be given in the paragraph. Background information. Okay, next, review of literature is to understand how other students and scholars approach your topic. Now, methodology is the systematic theoretical analysis of the methods applied to a field of study. Methodology is the systematic theoretical analysis of the methods applied to a field of study. Discussion of findings are the concluding part that summarizes the findings of the scholar. Discussion of findings. Bibliography is the citation of those relevant books used to refer for the successful completion of the dissertation. In other words, it is a list of all the sources you have used in the process of researching your. So the first is title page. Title page, which includes the title. Next it is abstract, then introduction. Introduction, which gives the whole short note about this topic we are dealing with, or it attains the interest, or it attains the attention of the reader towards the writer. Then review of literature, that how other scholars or students had approached this particular topic. Methodology, how the systematic theoretical analysis of the methods applied to to this particular field of study. Then results, discussion of findings, then references or bibliography. Then we know that discussion and findings, the results and outcomes, that is what is an discussion or findings. In references or bibliography, it is the citation of those relevant books used to refer for the useful completion of the dissertation. So this is what included in the uh, social science dissertation. So we'll end the session and we'll deal other topics in the next session. Thank you all.